All right, market update here on the 28th, a little bit before the end of the day. Just going to do the same thing I've been doing. Tesla, QQQ, probably not going to do that much on it. Tesla right here. So I gave you two different possibilities for today. I said there's invalidation here at 258, or we're going to hit 265, which we did, or it was going to be a five-wave move. We're going to go higher. So it ended up being ABC. And where did I get that 265 from? That was the 1.61 fib. Hit it almost exactly, a little bit short of it. But I personally had a long position, and once I saw it come down, I got rid of it. I made a little bit of money on it, not that much, because it pretty much came straight down. This is only like 10-15 minutes into the day, and we already started the downtrend. So at this point, this has to be at this point. There's nothing else it can be. It has to be A, B. Get rid of all these. It's still possible that this is the fifth wave right here, but it's also possible that it's the A wave, like I talked about in the last video. So we have A, B. And so I'm expecting this move. It actually could already be finished. We don't know yet. But the minimum it could go to was the 0.61 fib. It already hit that, and it's into a demand zone right here. Hit 252.70, and it bounced out of it. So if it is finished, then I'd expect higher right away. If it's not finished, then I would expect a bounce. And that bounce, I would expect at least probably 259 all the way up to potentially 262. There is a supply zone right here that I have marked off. So if we're going to go lower, it's going to look like something like this. I think we're probably going to go lower. The reason I think we're going to go lower is because I can take the time length of this whole thing. So 18th to the 28th is 10 days. So it would take about 5 days, about half the time this took for the C wave to end. This is only 1 day. So tomorrow I'm really looking for a bounce up here, assuming this is finished yet. It's kind of on smaller time frames, it looks like it could be done, but you know, it keeps on going on and on and on. So we'll see if it's finished. Should be pretty obvious if it's bouncing. And I would expect this to finish then somewhere around the 2nd. So next Tuesday. So if we bounce tomorrow, that would just mean we'd have a crazy sell-off on the 2nd. So yeah, that's the first possibility. Again, it could already be finished as well. If it is finished and we just start going higher, then I would be looking for something probably up in this range, 278 maybe, something like that, maybe up here to the long-term trend line. So it kind of depends. Let's see what kind of bounce we get here. If we zoom in here on lower time frames, it's a pretty nice bounce off the lows. We'll see if this ends up being a 5-wave move or if it ends up being a corrective bounce up here to this 15-minute supply zone right here. I think that's the smallest time frame that I can see it on. Yeah. So maybe a 30-minute right here starts at 258.76. So either impulse move higher or second wave, assuming this is finished. And I think it's kind of tricky because this move ended up being an extension. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could have been a ABC move, but you can see here we went way past 254 by about $1.50. So I think it's definitely a 5-wave move. And just based on what happened before, it has to be a 5-wave move. So if the first wave's finished, expect a bounce here. If not, we'll just see how far this goes down. If it comes out of this weekly supply zone right here, then we could be even looking lower. The maximum amount this can go is down here at 237. That is the, maybe lower than that, 235 actually. So it's possible this is wave 1 of 5 waves down to 235. So anywhere from spot we already hit to 235. Or we go to new highs. And there's a slim chance, a very slim chance, the third possibility I think would be that this is somehow a 5th wave right here. And then this would end up being ABC like that. So those are the possibilities. Not much more to say. I did see on Black Box though, yesterday before the close, they sold a ton of puts, 350 million, somewhere in the 260 range. And so going into the end of the day, I was very bullish just because it wouldn't make that much sense to buy that high in the money puts. They were like 400 puts in the money. That's usually going to be a sell, a sold put block trade. And so today I just saw that actually about an hour ago. I saw the same thing. It was only 100 million, but I saw a block trade, same thing. $400 in the put, in the money puts. And so I'm assuming that's also going to be bullish and we're going to bounce tomorrow. So that's pretty much it on Tesla. There's a bunch of other stocks I could probably go over, but FTX, I think this is probably a 5th wave. I expect this to go higher tomorrow too. I still want to see it hit at least 255.72. In relation to the moving averages, we are, if we can finish here in the next 15 minutes over this 50-day moving average, then that should propel us towards the 20-day. So I want to see a close over this. It's getting pretty close. This is at 253.70. So it needs to hold that into the close, and then I think we can go all the way up here. And just based on the structure, I think it's a 5th wave anyway, so I think we are probably going to hold it. If we don't hold it, there's a chance that tomorrow we go above it and then come back down. So we'll see what happens. But with Tesla bouncing, I would expect FedEx and other stocks to probably bounce tomorrow as well. So QQQ, still, I think it's just distribution, really. Just selling off. I saw a bunch of big bond trades going into bond ETFs. Like, I think one of them was HYG, maybe? Yeah. This one had a huge trade on it. But why would they be buying right here? If it's a huge block trade, like really high volume on that, why would they be buying here? They're probably selling that. And it was a huge trade. There's a few other bond trades that were pretty big, and then they had one SPY one that was like 500 million or something like that. So I think that's distribution right now, and we're getting close to the top. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. I might do an update later, but this is a quick update on Tesla mostly, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm expecting a bounce.